just like so. And little rough marks here and there, just to mess it up a bit. And I believe that's all we have time for on today's show, so be sure to tune in next week for the conclusion of this painting. And you just get a bit more black on your brush here. And we'll just bring this one over. Like so. And maybe a little up here, a little here. Now I'm going to take a bit of a softer brush. I'm going to go back to my moon color, adding a little water. But not too much. Alright, that should do it. I'm going to wipe off a bit of the excess here. I sort of want it to be, I want to be paint dried in the brush at this point. And then I'm just going to catch the undersides of these clouds. And you're just sort of giving the illusions here. Just like this. Maybe a little more here. You can even scuff it up in little zigzags coming from the source of light. Go back up to this cloud here, sort of tracing the bottoms. Line the top a bit. And back over here, just giving it a once over. Maybe get a little more paint if need be. Trace this cloud. Illusion over here. Now this was land, but that's right, but I'm just playing with it here, so maybe I'll get some strokes in here that look like moonlight. And need more white. Alright, just put more on this cloud here. Yeah, that looks adequate for now. Okay, I'm coming back to my 1-inch brush, and I'm going for the super black again, the dark black. And you want a bunch of paint here. I know it's expensive, but you gotta do it. And I think we'll come from this side this time. Well, yeah, we'll do one here, just like this. Just a bit of land. Just to give the eye somewhere to fall. Make it rocks, so make it all jagged. Okay, now we're going to go to our other brush, and we're going to get another 1-inch brush. We're going to get some more blue on here. And I'm just going to make this a wave, so I just want it to get a bit lighter as it comes up here. Maybe in here too, just like this. And little lines, just going over it. Maybe there's suggestions out here. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush, just add a bit of white to your blue that you just mixed. I want it to be a light blue color, and I'm going to try and catch the tops of these waves here. Just like that. Don't need too much paint. You want it to be thin, straight lines, just like this. A few over here, some in there, one back here. Dry the brush off as need be. Helps to get rid of some of the excess paint. And I'm just going to bring it up into the light like this. Maybe just a few on the outside. Again, rubbing the excess off. It's going to catch a couple waves just in the distance here. Just like that. Okay. And you can even go so far as to bring the waves all the way up the side to the right. And if you can get a good consistent color, that is. I'm just gonna make things happen over here, just little squigglies. And I'm gonna go back to my 1-inch squared brush that I was using for the lighter color. Make sure it's good and clean. And back to your yellow and white, light theme. And this part's a relatively dry brush technique, so you want to get all your excess off somewhere that's not contaminated with paint. And I'm going to add a lot of water here. And this part's going to be the moonbeams coming out. And you want to get the water to the point just before it becomes too invisible. You want to make sure that you don't drag hard lines, but you definitely want a little color. There we go. And I'm just going to pull straight up and out to the sides, straight down. And there's not quite enough paint on there, so go back again. And then I'm just streaking the light out all directions here. The wetter you have this, the better, and it's sort of a fast technique. You really have to go like no turning back, straight down, straight up, just like so. Maybe it's just catching a bit up there. And then I'm going to come back to my dark 1-inch brush. I'm going to get some hard black, throw some foreground trees in. I want to make sure this part's relatively goopy. And say we'll just put a tree in right here. I'm going right to the top with it. Sure you got paint on the brush. And just a consistent bar. And sort of visualize trees as you do it. It comes out a bit at the bottom. Just like that. Okay, maybe a couple of big overhanging branches here. Just cut it right across your scenery. And you could even do this and just bring it out. Just like that. Sort of gives the illusion that you're standing under the tree. Maybe there's one in the back here. Some off to this side. And it just tapers off, getting thinner branches as you come out here. Need a couple hit just loose ends here. Just like so. Maybe we want a little cling on there on the side. And that looks good for now. And I believe that's all we have time for today, so be sure to tune in next week for the conclusion. Thanks for tuning in.